Here's my tutorial to go over the distributive property. And technically it says this. The distributive property is to multiply a sum, so like inside parentheses, this sum, or difference, this difference inside the parentheses, by a number. You need to multiply each number by the number outside the parentheses. So algebraically it looks like this. If I have a being multiplied to this total thing, it'll be a times b, then a times c. And that same operation in the middle gets stuck out here. So the letter a gets multiplied to each term inside, and I keep the same operation. So it's still addition. So it's a times b and a times c. Examples. I could just do order of operations and say 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, but I can use the distributive property as well. So I distribute 3 to each term inside there. I get 3 times 7 plus 3 times 2. Remember, I keep the same addition operation in between. Now this becomes 21 plus 6, which gives me 27, which makes sense, because 3 times 9 was 27. And if I was to have subtraction as well, it would still work. 7 minus 2 is 5, 3 times 5, it should be 15. So I write this out as using the distributive property as 3 times 7 minus 3 times 2, because I keep the same operation. And that gives me 21 minus 6, which gives me 15, which makes sense, because 7 minus 2 is 5, and 5 times 3 is 15. Now, the reason why we do this is because sometimes you can't just evaluate what's inside the parentheses. So with variables, I don't know what y equals, and I can't simplify this term inside at all. So I know I need to take this and multiply to each term inside the parentheses. So this becomes 12 times 2y, which is 12 times, you do 12 times 2, and 12 times 3. So our simplifying this expression with parentheses here gives me 24y minus 36, which is my answer. Now let's go over some examples. 5 times the quantity 3 plus x gives me 5 times 3 and 5 times x. And I keep the addition in the center. So usually you want to write the term with the variable in it first, but both of these are true. They're the simplified version. The second one, second example, 4 times 2x minus 7. So 4 times 2x and 4 times 7. I keep the subtraction in the center. And I end up with 8x minus 28. And that's my answer. The third example, I have 3 terms in this, but I'm going to have to multiply 6 to each term inside. So that's 3 times 2x, 3 times 5, and 6 times 3y. I end up with 12x plus 30 plus 18y, and I will reevaluate, or I'll move this around so I have my variable terms at the beginning. If it's all addition, it's preferred that you use the commutative property to put it in this order, so that the variables are in the front. Our fourth one, this will have combining like terms in it too, because first thing we have to do is the distributive property. I get 2x plus 2, and then I can see combining like terms. So I move the 4 to this side because it's all addition, and I end up with after the commutative property, I get 4 plus 2 is 6, so I get 2x plus 6 as my answer.